Take a second.
Hey, da 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 da. And here's
Swifty,
and Pat. Woohoo!
this guy. What is up, everybody? Good morning.
Good
Got a
afternoon.
super crowd coming in through here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
House
sir.
Otis, Karen Wade, of course, me, Silver Bull 30. Great to see you here, brother.
Yeah,
BC Treasure Trails calling a bean raid.
that's it.
B Higgles coming over from Bean Bad Idea Lab.
Ah,
Awesome. Thanks for stopping over to check us out.
Thomas
Adventures in Michigan with
907,
Lisa. Yes.
Kimberly Kramer, JP Long. What is going on, everybody? Damn.
Thomas 907. Sweet. Here we
Sweet.
go.
Sweet. I'm gonna apologize for the lighting in here right now. It is what it is. So if you can see something shining off my glasses, you know I'm still here, right?
That's it. There we go.
So
Otis in the house. Ah, beautiful day. Getting excited about Sunday's show.
that's right.
People already know, we're doing a Sunday morning, early morning show. And,
Early morning, 7:30 to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Or crap, Pat and old Swifty here will be entertaining you every Sunday morning.
And it'll be a blast. It was last time.
Yeah. But it's been a hot minute actually since I've been live on my channel. So I decided to hit some of my good buddies up here and see if they want to join me. And I want to let folks know what's been going on. You see this thing here, which I am so ready to get rid of it. But I had some neck surgery about 3 weeks ago or so. There was pretty some serious stuff going on there. But anyhow, they got me all straightened out. I have to wear this neck brace 24/7. Although I do take it off when I'm eating. I can't eat with this thing on, and when I take a shower. But I'm pretty much on the mend here. I'm feeling pretty good since I had the surgery. There's a lot of things I still can't do.
Good morning, Randy. Thanks for
Randy.
In. Hell yeah.
But one of the things that I was able to do last week, believe it or not, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I was able to go metal detecting last week.
Awesome.
With the help of my good friend Otis, who we're going to bring up here in a bit so you all can meet him. But he lives down the road from me, not too far. And we made a deal. And he said, if you can get out here and you can swing that detector and pinpoint the target, I'll dig for you. Guess what? I made it happen. We made it happen. It was great. We had such a good time. We found some good stuff. But we'll bring him up in a minute.
Yeah,
but I
he's
just
a
want to
great
give
guy.
you all the heads up.
He spent some time hanging out with us at the Zoom party on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Great guy. Lots of laughs for sure. And as you'll see in my upcoming video, the newest member of the Rat Pack. Thanks for that submission, brother.
Yes,
really
sir.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And then also joining us today is Mark Duncan from Ram Detecting.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been keeping a check on me weekly to make sure I'm doing okay. He's been very surprised I was out there metal detecting already. Along with this guy, Mrs. Swifty was very surprised and was just kind of, shaking her head, going, oh my word. But it's all good. So anyhow, shall we bring up these two wonderful guests we have, Pat?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And all righty. So here we go. Let's bring up Mark Duncan. Here he is. Da, 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 da.
Hey, Marky.
Marky. How are you, buddy?
Man, doing okay. The ice is finally thawing out here. It's kind of dangerous getting outside. Everything's falling out of the trees around here. So.
And this is in Arkansas.
Yeah. It's been iced over for the last 2 or 3 days now.
Right on. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah. Really put a damper on the digging. of course, it's too wet to go to some of my places. My little camp is pretty much flooded, and the bullet field. If you guys watch any of my stuff, it's flooded. So it's really too wet to get out on some of my spots. So I'm hoping maybe next week's the ground will dry up just a little bit, so I can get out there.
Right on.
We got some new people out in the audience here. I see Rob FL Thunder also does an awesome Sunday show after ours.
Him and Charlie. Yep.
And who else we got in here? Shannon Dalton. Thank you for stopping in, Shannon.
Yeah.
Sort of a last minute thing, and we're very happy that all y'all decided to show up here. Tom Riley.
Excellent.
Great.
All righty. Well, I'm going to bring Otis up here so y'all can meet him and know who I've been hanging out with and detecting. Now, he's got a new channel he just started out. If someone could possibly, Otis, you know what? You could post your channel now. You're a moderator. But anyhow, here's Outhouse Otis, everyone.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hey, Otis.
Good, brother.
Good to be here.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Just trying.
I know. You're about 8 miles up the road here, but is it cold over your way too?
I haven't been outside. I don't really feel like going outside. This weather here lately has been crazy.
Yeah. So, everybody, this is Otis. He's been my backbone for metal detecting here during my recovery, and I thank him a million thanks to you, man, because
you're welcome, buddy.
It's been a big help for me just to get out and get the blood flowing and getting some fresh air, hanging out with my buds and everything. So
we definitely had some beautiful days these past couple weeks, and it was real nice to get out there and swing that detector.
Yeah. So Otis and we met about 2 weeks before I had my neck surgery, and come to find out he was having eye surgery a week after my surgery. So we're both in the recovery phase. And Mrs. Swifty back here, when we went metal detecting, she was kind enough to drive both of us and pick us up after detecting.
And she figured, what's the harm? One of you can't see the pretty girls, and the other one can't turn your head to follow them. So
exactly. So it's a win-win situation. That's funny. Yeah.
At that point, all I could see was shapes and pretty colors.
That's it.
It's the time to be going to the cheap clubs.
I felt like I was back in middle school getting dropped off by mom.
I know.
Thomas 907.
I even said thanks, Mom, when she dropped us off. Yeah.
She's been cool throughout all of this.
Yeah.
28 degrees and snowing up in Alaska. Yeah.
It actually snowed here yesterday a bit.
Oh, you can go ahead.
No, I was just saying it snowed here a little bit yesterday.
Oh, I was asleep through that, thank God.
I know you were. All right, Otis. So I have a question for you.
What's that?
So you can let everybody know. And if you can, post a link to your channel so people can go there and sub and click that like button and that notification button. But you've only been detecting for about a year, correct?
Yes and no. I had some health issues arrive about a year ago, and that's when I kind of really got into metal detecting as an interest, and I did a lot of research, and I was like, man, that's something I want to do. That's pretty cool. So
Right on.
I ended up buying like my first detector, trying it out to see if I liked it. Then I was hooked. I mean, after I found a little bit of change in my backyard, I mean, that was it. I was hook, line, and sinker.
If I could interrupt for a second, it's a little hard to hear you, Otis. Swifty, you should have control to be able to adjust his microphone a little.
Really?
That might help. Yeah, I think if you touch on his picture somewhere on the screen, there'll be little dots, and whereas the host, you're allowed to mute people and make changes. Hey, Karen. And Kitty.
Hi, everybody.
Edit mic settings. Let's see what I can do. How about mic volume? It won't let me turn it up for some reason.
Okay. Well, maybe he can turn it up on his end or talk more directly with the microphone, because we don't want people to miss out.
I got it. Try that there.
Can you hear me a little better?
I can.
Yeah, try turn it up on your end a little bit, because I got you almost all the way up here.
I'm not sure how. I'm on my iPhone right now. I don't know how you would do that.
Press the volume up button.
You know, like your volume, your regular volume on your phone.
Yeah.
Try that.
All right, does that help?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot better.
Oh, good.
All right.
Good. See, I didn't know that to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can turn you up just a little bit more. All right, there you go.
Yeah, you don't want to give people the wrong impression that I'm a loud talker now.
Yeah, we already know about that.
Okay, and JP says that Swifty has to turn off the echo in order to turn up the volume. And that's the great thing about this community.
It says echo cancellation on.
Turn it off.
Okay.
And now you should be able to adjust his volume.
Oh, I already did that. I can't go any further.
All right. Yeah. We're learning as we go. And speaking of learning as we go, before I forget, Brian B. Higgles, sir, if you would, hit me up in my email. I'd like to talk with you about being a future guest on our Sunday morning show. And now I got to go deal with the dog. I'll be right back.
And when you come back, tell us about the Sunday morning show.
All right.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Mark, what's new with you in the ram detecting world?
Well, as you guys know, I'm ambassador with Bounty Hunter Metal Detectors. And so this year I'm back on the team with First Texas Products, and I actually will be swinging a little bit of Fisher stuff as well. So you guys be on the lookout for that. And there's some new stuff coming, so I'm really excited and just can't wait to get out and see what we can find with those machines.
Is this new stuff that's coming out for Fisher, or they just want you to field test some things?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to say.
Huh?
But there is some new stuff coming. I think that's everybody probably already knows that. I can't give any details, but hopefully this year we'll get some new stuff in our hands from the First Texas team. And I think I have a F-22 Fisher coming, which is the weatherproof machine that they have out, and going to get to swing that a little bit this year. So I'm excited maybe to hit a few camps with that and just have a good time with those machines. I'm really proud and excited that they picked me to be back on the team. So, but you guys know awesome. I love that little blue Bounty Hunter. I mean, it's my favorite machine. I mean, trust me when I say I've used all the latest and greatest ones that's out on the market. Some of you guys behind the scenes probably know, and that little blue machine is still my favorite go-to machine, man.
Yeah, you probably sleep with that thing, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tried to one time.
How'd that work out?
Yeah, the battery cover kept coming off. But no, that's a joke.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is a cool machine. Actually, I don't know if you guys probably follow Emily, Little Dirt Diggers.
Mm-hmm.
She is using the Fisher model of that, which is the F-19, which is the same machine.
I saw that.
And she's killing it, man. And I've been preaching about this machine for I guess 3 years now. As when I won that machine 3 years ago, and I started using it, and it's just something about that frequency. It's lightweight. It's just an awesome little machine, and can't wait to see what else Fisher and the guys over at First Texas come out with, man.
I see Thomas 907 says he uses a bounty hunter pro. It's hard for me to talk with this damn thing on. Y'all excuse me.
Oh man. How much longer do you got to keep that neck brace on? You get to go to a soft brace or something?
I go back on the 22nd, and hopefully they put a soft brace on or just take it completely off. But I've gotten to the point now. I don't have that much pain, and every now and then I take a muscle relaxer, and that's it. I stopped taking the pain meds way before I was through with them. Instead, I've been eating edibles, especially at night. They help me sleep. So I've gotten, trying not to take these pharmaceutical drugs. I'm not about that if I can help it. And
oh yeah. However, when you're done with that neck brace, I'd like you to send it to me.
Sure, you can have it.
Because, dude, talk about getting the good parking during the Christmas rush. Yeah.
I even got the boot for your foot to complete the whole ensemble.
Yeah.
I even got the cane I'll send you too.
Okay. That's right. You had surgery on your foot. Yeah.
Talk about door knocking. You might get some sympathy permissions with that.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, I was just gonna.
If they say no, you could be like, "This is the worst Make-A-Wish ever," and then have your cameraman be like, "Cut! Let's go to the neighbors."
Yeah. And I'll take I have the camera rolling still, and I'll take my brace off and throw it on the ground.
Like, stupid thing.
Stupid people.
There's a good skit in there. We'll have to brainstorm it. Yeah.
That's it. Speaking of brainstorming, Pat, what is on the schedule for this Sunday for our?
This Sunday, of course, going to be you and me up there. We may bring a few other people up on screen, and we're going to talk about some guest lineup. I would definitely like to have B. Higgles up there. I'd like to see if we get the Clarks lined up as guests. If anybody's out there who's interested in being a guest, I want to invite them to reach out to us so that we can get a good lineup going and know, okay, they're going to be on this week. So-and-so
on the schedule.
And this week, there can be plenty of advance notification for people who really want to hear from this person or hear from that person. We will be doing giveaways. It's going to be one of those, hashtag blah, blah, blahs, whatever. And we're going to pick random names and get people the new early show stickers. And you'll also find these stickers on some magnificators. We'll be giving those away along with the new Park Rat metal detection stickers. So...
reading Dark Knight's comment. That's one of my favorite jokes, man. Got stuck in my neck, and I had a stiff neck for 2 weeks. That's funny.
So, yeah, we'll be doing some giveaways and kind of letting it flow, letting people get used to us. But we really are looking to get into a format where we've got an assigned guest and some specific topics and questions. And if people know ahead of time who's coming up, then the audience can have their questions ready as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that idea, Pat.
If you haven't checked out the morning show, I was there for the first one. It's a great show, great way to start the day, and quite a few laughs, too. I actually, first time, Park Rat Pat made me spit my drink out.
Early in the morning.
He's pretty good at that.
It was a little too early for that, but when you get in that good mood in the morning, the rest of the day is just a breeze, and you're just in a good mood for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, you start off on the right foot. It's kind of hard to get stumbled up after that.
So, Mark, we start at 7:30 East Coast time. What time is that for you in Arkansas?
At 8:30 time. Here, we're an hour ahead of you guys.
Oh, so it's 8:30. So yeah, you could join us too, man.
How are you an hour ahead of us?
I'm usually headed to church at that time, but
if I'm East Coast, if I'm East Coast and it's 7:30, how can you be ahead of me?
Oh wait,
you guys are ahead of us. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm backwards. y'all.
Say, yeah.
So it'd be 6:30 for me, I guess.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if the polls had shifted or not, and I wasn't aware.
It was that green comet.
They do in my head all the time. I never know if I'm coming or going.
Hey, welcome to my world.
Excitement.
And for the people that don't know, I carry a gallon of tea around with me and drink it, so just don't mind me.
Yeah, he's like Uncle Si.
Yep.
He is. But yeah, Otis, he's been a great friend, helped me out through all my stuff too. I mean, digging the holes for me so I can go metal detecting. I mean, that's just too much. But since we've been hanging out, this guy has been digging up some bucket listers, some stuff I've been metal detecting for 20 plus years, and he's dug up some stuff right beside me that I have never dug up before. And I don't know if you have any of that.
It's kind of easy to find bucket listers.
Yeah. Do you have them available? You got that shoe buckle?
I do, right here, actually. And
yeah,
I'm learning a lot. I'm fairly new to this, so being around Swifty and hanging out with Park Rat and Lives and everything, and this awesome community, I've actually learned a lot, because when I first found this, I didn't know what it was. I actually thought it was junk. And then when I showed Swifty, his jaw hit the ground. But
well,
see if I can get it up here.
Yeah.
my jaw kind of hit the ground.
And you know,
that's awesome.
There are some detectorists out there that would consider that trash because, you know, they're after a certain type of target themselves. But as I've been saying for years, trash is only trash if you don't treasure it. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Pat. I don't know anybody would think a colonial shoe buckle would be a trash.
Someone who doesn't
I
know
had no
better.
clue what it was when I first got
it. It's somebody who's out there and got their heart set on a silver coin.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Somebody new that may not know, yeah, they may be like, what is this junk, you know? But, yeah, no, that's a killer find, man. I just wish we had that kind of stuff here. We really don't. A few places may be that old, but it's hard to come by here in Arkansas.
Yeah. I actually had, Buckle Boy LA.
Yeah.
I sent him pictures of it, and he verified it. He said it was a children's colonial shoe buckle.
Yeah.
Because of the
Yeah,
size.
it's fine.
Yeah, Buckle Boy
Mike.
found some killer stuff. I believe he's swinging a F-75. Man, he's on it down there in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, we talked for a few hours the other day. I mean, he's an awesome dude. Full of knowledge. If you need any information about a find or anything like that, I mean, he's the go-to person to ask.
Yeah, he finds bucket listers like we find wheat pennies.
Yeah. Dark Knight says we only have silver, hammered, and Roman coins in the UK.
Wow.
Not much to shout out about. Man, I wish we were finding that stuff here, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy with what we find. And I love hunting with Kimberly because, like Otis, she's still fairly new at this, and there's always a bucket lister on the horizon. You got to love the energy you get from other people. You know?
Yes, indeed. And then, like he also hollered out, "I got a button. It's got something fancy on it." Yeah, show him this one. And I was
see if
like,
you can blow him up full screen for people to see that.
"Oh yeah, how can I do that? I just click on him."
Touch on his icon, and then up in the corner, you'll see the.
Oh wait! Oh, what I do now
is you'll see the series of pictures at the bottom of the screen where you can. There you go.
There we go. Let's see.
Here you go. Oh yeah, tip it back just a little bit more so the light hits it. There you go.
Kind of hard to see still.
Yeah.
But anyhow, tell them what it is, Otis.
This is a Union Infantry military button with two-piece with the shank still intact on the back. I mean, it's got a little dent in it, but I mean, it's in beautiful shape, and I'm glad I wore my brown pants that day.
That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
You can tell by the things he says he's been hanging out with old Swifty.
Every other sentence I say is yet. That's the word every day is yet.
Yeah. And that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
But yeah, it amazes me the second time we went hunting when Randy came down here, the amount of buttons we found that one day. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
mind blowing in just such a small area. I mean, we could walk 2 feet, button, another 3 feet, button. I mean, it was just unreal.
And Randy was finding the round balls that day, so that was pretty cool. It was about 3 days before my surgery. Randy from Metal Detecting with Randy came down, and Randy and Otis and myself, we got out for the day, and we had a good time. Had a ton of laughs. It was fun.
Which is funny is because I've been finding these bucket listers that I've had or wanted to find, and I've always wanted to find a bullet. That was the very first thing I put on my bucket lister, like a big musket ball or a 3-ringer.
Mm-hmm.
And the day we went hunting with Swifty and Randy, I think Randy was like 5 foot from me. He goes, "Oh, I got a round ball." I was like, "Oh." Then me and Swifty not long ago, he was about 6 foot from me. "Oh, I got a round ball." I was like, "Oh."
You'll get one.
Well,
yeah.
if you were closer to me, I know a guy that could put you on one.
Yeah.
I've seen your finds. I mean, that bounty hunter you have has been tearing it up.
Man, like I said, I just love that thing. It hangs in there with everything else I always use. So, yeah, man, we are fortunate enough to have some pretty good Civil War history here in the area, and we got a killer spot. So, I mean, what we find is not typical for everybody else. I mean, we found over probably 1,600 bullets in that one field last year.
Oh, wow.
So they were training there at
that's what we're figuring. That was probably their firing range, or where they did drills, and probably where they practiced. And there's no other reason. And plus, we're not finding any other type bullets, like Confederate bullets or anything like that. But we haven't found anything else. Not really, as far as other relics pertaining to the Civil War. There, I found some other places, but at that particular spot, there are ponds that they built behind it. So I'm thinking probably where those ponds were probably where they were positioned and firing from, and that's why we're not finding a whole bunch of stuff. I did find a barrel band to like a musket or a rifle last month or so there, but other than that, man, we haven't found a whole lot of nothing but bullets, and a wide variety of bullets at that too.
Man, I never thought in my life I would say this, but I wish I lived in a war zone.
Come on. So, Mark, I know you've been finding all these bullets and everything like
Take
that.
Take it easy, Brian. Looking forward to hearing from you, brother.
What is on your bucket list? What is
my bucket list is the same bucket list I've had for. I mean, I've been metal detecting since 2011, but really got into it 2014, 2015, where I really amped up. I had cancer and I was laid up for a while, and I started watching YouTube and got into Civil War stuff. But anyway, it's been the same. I have not dug a plate yet of a Civil War box plate or belt plate or breastplate. I haven't dug one yet, and that's my number one bucket lister. But I did cross one off the list a couple weeks ago. I went out with Josh from Rusty Relics Metal Detecting. I don't know if you guys are on that page on Facebook. He started a YouTube channel, and one of my I think it was with him, or it might have been one of my other buddies. But anyway, no, it was actually with another one of my buddies. We're on a little camp, a cavalry camp. But I dug a skeleton key, or a part of a skeleton key, and that was one of my bucket. The plate, SLQ. I've never dug an SLQ yet.
Yeah.
And a key in the skeleton key. I did the key. That day I wasn't filming, didn't even have a camera with me. We just went for fun, and I spent a couple hours out. And but I did find some bullets and some other stuff there. But yeah, I've even bought. I'm a firm believer in whatever you want to happen. Just keep on it. And anyway, I've already bought the display box for that plate
Just a matter of finding it.
One. Yeah, I'm gonna find one. It's just eluded me for so long
Just
now. I
got
don't
to
even know
put
how
that
many years.
energy out there in the universe.
Yeah, put that vibe out. That's all you got to do. And I've done that before and found the stuff. Like, for example, one day I was getting ready to go metal detecting, and it was kind of a new spot, and it's really old. And Mrs. Swifty asked, "What do you hope to find today?" And I said, I'd like to find a flying eagle. I have never found a flying eagle before.
Mm.
And crap you not, that afternoon, she's at school teaching. I'm out metal detecting, and I send her a picture. You're not going to believe what I just found. And it was the flying eagle penny.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That is
Some of
the
this-
top of my bucket list is a flying eagle. I have no idea why it's at the top of my bucket list, but I
Hey,
think
you are
it's
an antler.
a beautiful coin. Thank you, JP. He sent B Higgles my number, so that'll make putting things together a little bit easier.
Yep. Let's see. Someone asked, what machines are you using, Otis? Oh, metal detecting with Randy.
I started out with the Simplex, and I learned that really well, and I actually upgraded to the Legend, and it was kind of iffy at first because I had never had a machine with so many
Mikey.
options before, but the more I practiced, and I made a test garden out back, and that had really helped. And now you've seen yourself that that machine's kicking butt.
Mm-hmm.
The Legend is kicking butt, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get something to drink.
I'm still a firm believer that, it's important to have a variety of machines so that you've got a variety of frequencies to work with. But if you get really proficient at one machine, you're going to kick butt every time. So the guys like, he's using his bounty hunter he swears by, just like Adam from Gut Relics, Rhode Island, loves the bounty hunter. And they're really proficient at it. Other people out there be like, I use this and I use that, and it's better than this machine, or it's better than that machine, or it's better than the other machine. Then you get these guys together, and the guy who's been using this machine or that machine for 6 or 7 years is going to kick the butt of the guy who's had this machine for 6 months. Because, it's like anything, your own rifle bore. And once you're good at it, you're good.
Most of the time.
Especially with all the different terrains. You go to a park, you know what settings to set that up for park. You go to a field, you know which settings to make it go deeper and really hit them deeper targets. And I mean, it's just all about knowing your machine and how it reacts. And
Yep.
I gotta step out for just one thing.
Alrighty. And we'll say good morning to Countryside Russell and good morning to the blind treasure hunter Shane. I'm waving at you, Shane, so please wave.
Wow. Countries. What is up? Countryside Russell in the house. Wow. And Shane as well. Molly Man. Wow. We got some new people in here. Danny boy. What is going on, everybody?
Yeah, he said that Adam is now swinging the Vanquish 540. But he loved that TK, no doubt.
Oh yeah, I've seen Shane Darby. He had the Vanquish 540 for quite a while. He found some great stuff, and he actually upgraded to the Legend here recently.
Yeah, so upgrade is kind of a suggestive term. It's like whatever's working for you is working for you. Good to see Mikey here, M.A. Lyman 24. Thanks for stopping in, brother.
Yeah, we got a good crowd in here today, y'all.
We appreciate it all too.
Talking, detecting, and letting people know about the early show on Sunday mornings, 7:30 a.m.
That's right.
Patty, good to see you here. Thanks for stopping in.
But for you new folks just getting here, if you haven't heard already, Pat and I are doing the early show every Sunday over at his channel from 7:30 to 9. And, we have a couple of special guests each week, and we'll be giving surprises away, talking the usual stuff we usually talk about, generally just having fun.
Swampy Don, thanks for showing up, brother. Last day in California.
Right.
Been having a good time out there, getting to see his son Truman.
And don't forget to mash that like button, y'all. Don't forget to hit that thing. Mash on it, son.
That's it. That's
you feel
how
better,
you,
Mark?
Man, no, I had a little emergency out there. The puppy dogs was trying to get in the chicken cage. So
you mean old Cletus?
yeah. Old Cletus was with them.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. 26 watching and
25 likes.
27 watching now, according to my eyeball. That's awesome. I want to thank everybody for stopping in today.
Alrighty. And Thomas is going to be lurking because work is starting for him where he is, but we appreciate you being here, brother. Awesome stuff.
Hey, so Otis.
Yes.
What got you interested in metal detecting? Very first thing that got you interested in doing that?
When I was a little kid, I was always obsessed with pirate treasure.
Pirate treasure?
I even have a, yep. And the more I got older, I learned about metal detecting and finding treasure, lost items. It just kind of went hand in hand for me. And I've been hooked ever since. I love finding old stuff, old relics, something that's been in the ground for 100+ years. I mean, it's just mind blowing that, you're sitting there holding it in your hand and you're like,
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
I even have a little, the fake gold coins that you can get, like if you go to the Outer Banks or to the beach or something like that. I got one of them when I was 6 years old, and I still have it today, and it's on my keychain.
That's awesome.
That's a killer.
And
Kimberly and I will be out.
Look at this gold coin that I found. It's 100% real. They're like,
Would you say,
of course, I
Pat?
tell them the truth about 5 minutes later, but.
Say Kimberly and I will be out hunting again this Saturday, so you can expect that video Sunday or Monday, along with Otis's clip to join the Rat Pack. We're hitting a whole new territory. We're going to a town we've never been to before, and we're gonna door knock and let the chips fall where they may. But you always have a fresh attitude when you're on fresh ground. So I'm thinking we're gonna have a good time. We usually do. And I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Hell
So,
yeah.
Pat, do you have any tips for hunting in parks?
What's up, Reed?
Or hunting in people's yards?
I think for me, when I get onto a chunk of land, like we're going to a new town, okay, so with my machine, I know what things are supposed to ring up as. I know what copper pennies are and what zinc pennies are on my VDI number scale. But being fresh in that town, I'm going to dig every signal so that I can tell what those numbers are for the area I'm in. If you're swinging your machine and an 11 is always a copper penny, but now your 11s are trash, try digging those 8s, try digging those 5s, try digging those 16s, the numbers you avoided before, because the mineralization, the EMI, they can all affect things where there are a lot of ground chemicals there. So dig it all to learn what your numbers are for the area you're in.
That's right. Dig it all, y'all.
That can be a huge shift, and then sometimes we're in a place and it's like, all my numbers are right on. And she's like, mine too. It's like, okay, we're on easy ground now because we know the numbers we're looking for, that are going to put us in that general area of really finding the good stuff. But, if I'm out there and, I dig 6 targets I think are supposed to be pull tabs and they turn out to be zinc pennies, I know to shift my thinking when it comes to the numbers I'm seeing or the sounds I'm hearing.
Yeah, that dirt can make a whole lot of difference from, actually like within 50 yards, when you're out metal detecting. And I generally run mine on the, I'm having a brain fart up, the ground balance, the auto ground balance on my Equinox.
Yeah.
I usually just run that because, especially out here where we live, the ground's constantly changing. It could be sandy and salty to clay and salty.
I did one playground, and all the playgrounds in the area were giving me the same numbers, and it's right here in town. And I do this one playground, and the numbers are always different. And through a little bit of research and talking to people, that before it was a playground was just an empty lot where the county parked work vehicles. So diesel, oil, all this other stuff has gotten into the ground over the years that they were parking there. And that's what makes the numbers a little bit different now in that area.
Well, there's probably a lot of oil and grease and stuff in the ground as well.
Yep, and it changes it all. Good morning, Marlon. Thank you for stopping in, brother.
How's things in Canada? Look at that. Uh-oh, we got a new kitty?
No, it's the same old kid. This is Rolly.
Oh.
He was I forget what they call him, had swimmers when he was a kitten, his back feet are splayed out, and he, and we couldn't we couldn't get rid of him, so we kept him, and now he does everything a normal cat would do. He's an awesome kitty.
Nice.
But he kind of looks like Obi, I thought.
He does look like Obi.
But he came in a while ago whenever I was slipping out. He always comes in whenever the door's open, so I seen him coming through. But on that subject, Otis, my advice to you is if you're at a new, depending on what you're hunting, if you're hunting a home place or a field or whatever, but I always dig your solid targets. So if your VDI numbers, yep, there he is. if your VDI numbers aren't fluctuating a lot of times when it's doing that, you probably got aluminum or trash. I mean, everybody probably knows that, but always dig your solid numbers. It doesn't matter if it's I don't know. You said you're using a Legend, so I think they've got a 0 to 99 scale on those. I think
0 to 60.
0 to 60. So it doesn't matter what it is. If it's a solid number, go ahead and dig it. Of course, the lower numbers is probably going to be iron. But I always dig those solid numbers, solid tones. Listen to it, because after a while you'll be able to tell if it's trash or something solid. Because 9 times out of 10, if it is trash, you'll be able to hear it and you'll be able to see it. And it takes a while to learn that skill, but man, I tell you, it'll speed up your process. But
yeah, and
each kind of site, I have a different way I go about it. A home place, I'll hit different areas first, and then fields, I look for high spots and just stuff like that. So there's a lot to go into a spot more than most people realize.
And it got to come back down to what Swifty always says about dig it all, y'all. Even if you know it's aluminum, even if you know it's iron, get it out of the ground. So it will stop decomposing and putting that mineralization into the ground that's blocking other signals. These things that are junk, you want them out there so that the good stuff can shine through. Yeah. And it may take the ground 3 or 4 days, a couple of weeks, a month to heal up and burn off that old mineralization, but you'll go back to that spot and you'll find things you never even thought were there. You leave that aluminum can in the ground, you leave that little chunk of iron, it's always going to be in your way.
And I've always learned, never assume you know everything. Every time I talk to someone, I always learn something new. And I've learned quite a bit from Swifty. And sometimes I go out there, I kind of get a little anxious and my swing is a little fast. So I fast. Myself to slow down my swing. And coming back to what Mark said, them iffy signals that are jumpy, I learned to slow down, listen for the deeper signals that are a little jumpy. And actually, I ended up getting my very first barber dime. Sweet. That was at about 9 inches down. And that was real surprise when it popped out of the plug.
There is something to that, though. Some machines, and I know, and you might know this because you use that Simplex. Like the Simplex, it did like a faster swing. There is a point where you're going too slow. You know, you got to remember these machines, they're metal detectors, but they're also motion machines. You know, they work off of motion. So you don't want to go so slow because you'll miss stuff. You want to give it, you know, a nice even swing, you know, because I've seen some people in other videos that do that, and we're not using the proper swing technique where they're swinging to the moon or have the coil 15 feet off the ground. You know, have your machine set up right and learn how to swing your detector and go at a steady pace. You'll find stuff.
Yeah, and for anybody new out there, when we talk swinging the machine, don't actually swing it, sweep with it.
Sweep it like a broom.
Yep. Keep that low to the ground.
Otis has a really good technique. I just had to get him to slow down a little bit, and now he's pretty good at it. I'm trying to get him to swing a little wider to get more, you know, to cover more area instead of like a couple of feet. He's doing that now too, and he's rechecking his holes before he fills them up.
That's super important. Etiquette is also very important. If you're detecting with someone else or a group of people, you may go over to see something cool somebody has found, but after that, get out of their area. Don't cut into somebody's line. If they were like, yeah, man, I was headed toward that tree, and then boom, come across this, and while they're doing their filming or getting the hole closed up, you start in between them and their target, the tree. That's kind of bad form. You know, so always be courteous of the other detectorists that are with you. You know, if there's one good thing in the ground, there's a bunch of good things, and they're not necessarily going to be in that straight line. So, you know, get back to your position and swing and dig.
Yeah, I've actually seen people do that before. You know, you're heading a specific direction, and all of a sudden they're right there in front of you. You're like, wait a minute. You know,
like, didn't even use a turn signal or nothing.
That's right.
You know, I do a lot of seated hunts, and a lot of those people don't. In my opinion, you still have the same etiquette when you're doing that. If you see somebody in a line, don't jump in front of them. You know, you kind of stay off to the side or something else. You know, unless they say, "Hey, come dig with me," you know, or something, or come swing with me. But don't get in front of somebody, no matter what situation you are in. You know, if you see somebody on the line, stay off of the line. You know.
Yeah, the bottom feeding, bottom fishing,
That's exactly
like when Swifty finds something, I actually put my shovel in the ground, prop my metal detector up, and then I go walk over there to go see his find, and then I come back to my metal detector. Plus, you don't have to carry it over there.
Yeah, but now if you're in an area where you don't want to walk away from your machine because, you know, it could disappear, you know, leave your shovel there at least, or your hand digger, put some kind of marker on the ground, take your gear, check it out, come on back, or head to a totally different area.
Yeah. Now, sometimes I'll ask Otis to come over and with his detector and, you know, say, see what you get right here at this target here. This is what I'm getting. See what you're getting. You know, we compare notes that way with the Legend and the Equinox sometimes. And, you know, sometimes the Legend doesn't pick up something that I'm picking up. Or sometimes my detector picks up something differently than his does. So, you know, everything, it has a variance to it.
Oh, yeah. You got to cooperate with each other. I will call Kimberly over. She'll call me over and be like, what's this reading on your machine? And it's like, okay, on my machine, it says it's junk. On her machine, it says it's silver. Sometimes it'll be vice versa. And at the end of the day, you know what happens? We dig it all, y'all.
That's right. Oh, and speaking of dig it all, y'all, Otis, I was digging through some stuff here that I had, and I found one last dig it all, y'all button. So next time I see you, either on Sunday or Monday, it's yours.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I seen a couple times Pat brought it up.
Hell yeah.
And I thought that was the coolest.
It's the good stuff.
Oh yeah, by the way, Pat, I got my Advent package in the other day. I forgot to thank you. We've been so busy here.
Awesome,
But man, it was
awesome.
All those coins, and I love the little surprise little token with the nickel
Yeah.
in it. Well, that was
Yeah.
awesome. I love those things. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, awesome stuff. I'm glad you won, and I believe you were a Rat Pack Rattle winner.
Yeah.
You know, which is why it's cool to be a part of the Rat Pack, because you can win without even having watched the video.
Right.
You know, it's like you're automatically in when I pick up that bin and start shaking, and lots of great people are in there. It keeps filling up and more. And sometimes I get busy and I don't end up showing people's clips. Their chip still ends up in the rattle bin. You know, it's like I think when Mandy Brown sent in her clip, I accidentally erased that. I was like, but she's in the bin, you know, and that's where the real it counts comes in.
Hey, Pat, did you ever, I don't remember if we talked about it. Did you ever get that little rat head that I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can go grab that actually. Because
it's fine. I found that in that digging in Texas hunt a couple years ago. It was actually my favorite find of the whole hunt. I was like, and then somebody comes and said, you should send that to Park Rat Pat, which at that time I haven't talked to you yet, but I've watched your videos. And I was like, I've got to get that to that guy.
And it sits there. I look at it when I'm getting ready in the morning, and I'm still trying to figure out how to attach it or fasten it to something without ruining it, so that I can keep it with me as like a good luck charm.
I wonder what it was too. I mean, was it like a nut, something like the Rat King and the Nut Cracker kind of thing, or what it was? It was just a perfect little rat head.
Yep, and a little hollow in the back there, and
like it was a pommel piece or something.
Yeah, I can't figure it out, but it's bad to the bone, and yeah, I see that every morning when I'm getting ready.
That's awesome.
You know, this is awesome. We got at least 23 people in the house right now. Everybody's been having a good time. I'm not sure what our thumbs up are at, but
I got 32 on my end.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't see it on my end here. I see we have 22 watching.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
And,
y'all.
Everybody made sure
I
you're.
already told you happy birthday, but I'll tell you happy birthday again.
Oh, thanks.
Yesterday was her birthday,
Mhm.
26 years
Awesome.
old.
But there you go.
Times what?
Right. I'm not saying.
You'll remember to hit me later on when we're together.
Yeah. 32 likes. Wow, that's awesome. There's some of her artwork.
Sweet.
Ooh, got 33
Oh, yeah.
now. 34.
You should bring out some of your other stuff. and
Yeah.
show
So
them.
Karen,
Yeah.
the paint classes are going great, aren't they?
Yeah, that's been really fun.
Oh,
That's
tell-
awesome.
Tell them who called you the other day.
Oh, I talked with the rec director from one of the campgrounds here because we live
It's an RV park.
near the Chesapeake Bay. Yeah, so there's a lot of RV parks and stuff. So it looks like I'm going to be doing some paint parties at the RV parks too.
See you, Rob.
That's
Oh, there you
awesome.
Take it easy, Rob.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oops,
Yeah,
so
this
I
is
see.
actually-
Hey, thanks, Lisa.
I haven't picked up a
Really
brush
quite
in
a
a
artsy
year or
town.
two. So
Oh goodness, Mark,
yeah,
you might be due.
I don't know.
you're
I
really
haven't
good
felt
man.
I haven't felt the want to really.
Well, yeah, if the desire isn't there, it's hard to make it.
Yeah.
I'll be your muse, Mark.
Okay, well, yeah.
You can draw me like one of your French girls.
I don't know if I could do you justice, Pat. We'll just put
Thanks,
that out
Shane.
there.
You don't have a paintbrush that small, huh? Okay, I understand.
Yeah, I don't do those rice paintings of
No doubt.
Wow.
Shane says he needs to take some painting lessons.
He just needs to do some intuitive painting.
It's it.
Yeah, I like what Shane said, the blind treasure hunter. He said he doesn't even look at his numbers on his notes. That's funny.
All right, well, I'm going to check out. Thanks for letting me hop on for a second. See you guys.
Bye.
So I was going to, thought we'd be on here for about an hour. I think we got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
So, if you want to promote your channel, put it out there so everybody else can subscribe and like and share and hit that thumbs up.
Need to go through and make some more people mods so that they can post their links.
Who is not? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'm getting real close to 1,700 subscribers now, and I'm still trying to get a giveaway together from 1,500. So you guys be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and I think I'm 120 away from 1,000 subs.
I'm about 40 away from 1,600.
Nice. Otis?
I've got like 36.
All right, we got to get him to 100. Yeah, and I'm going to have to go into the chat afterwards and make people moderators because right now I'm on my computer and the only way I can see the chat is right here beside me, and it won't let me make anybody a moderator on StreamYard at the moment. So
yeah, you have to be.
And I'm still learning. I haven't done a live stream in a long time.
I've noticed, and you guys probably do have too, because I started doing it a couple months ago, but the shorts on YouTube shorts have really boosted my numbers as far as subscribers. It seems like every day what I do, I'll take my full length video and you film them in segments and clips. So I'll take that certain clip and that'll be my short for the day, out of my main video. And then B Higgles is the one that kind of taught me to do this. Leave a link in the description back to your original video. And so, yeah, man, that if you guys aren't doing the shorts, make sure you keep posting that out there, because the more you post, the better your numbers are gonna get. YouTube likes that.
Yeah, I've been doing really well with shorts.
Your
really
ASMR has been killing it.
Oh yeah, my SMR videos, off the charts. I'm getting a couple thousand views a day on that stuff.
Well, TikTok, besides, I have one with a mortar or cannonball full of stuff. I don't remember if you know that. Remember that one a year or two ago. That's my number one video on there. But my second number one video on TikTok is ASMR metal detecting, where I'm not saying nothing. My daughter was following me, and I was in a bean field with little stubbles, and so it's making that sound and just walking and beeping. And man, people love it. I don't understand it, but people love it.
Yeah, you just never know. Never know.
I actually had one like that. I was just detecting one day, and the sun was just right, and you could see my shadow silhouette on the ground, and you could make out the detector in my detecting bag. And all I did was just made a short video where you could see me swinging, but it's just my shadow, and then attach some music to it. People loved it.
They love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, certainly. All righty.
Yes.
Well, I want to put it out there again. Sunday, 7:30 to 9 on the East Coast time.
Tonight,
are you there or there?
M.A. Lyman will have a premiere at 7 p.m. tonight. If you're available, head on over and watch that. Spread as much love as you can with the time you got.
Pat, if you could send me the link to that, I'll subscribe and I'll be there.
I would have to be able to. Yeah, he posted the link somewhere in here in the chat itself.
All right, if somebody could post it in the chat again, I'll be sure to subscribe and I'll check it out.
Yeah, if you scroll up here, you'll see there's Randy's been posting.
Yeah.
What was the name again?
M.A. Lyman 24. And just a few comments back, the link to his channel was posted by BC Treasure Trails.
Sweet. All right, I got it right here.
All right. Right
on. And like I said, Pat and I will be live over on his channel Sunday morning, 7:30 to 9. Do we have a guest lined up already?
No, not as yet. Of course, chances are Brewer's going to be there. I'd like him to be a part of this next one so we can talk a little bit more about the gold prospecting aspect of being in the treasure fam. That, and he's got a lot of wonderful energy. And like I say, I'm reaching out with B. Higgles and several others, trying to get them lined up ahead of time. Some people are camera shy. And they're like, oh, no one's ever asked me to be a guest before. And it's like, well, I'm wondering why not? You got some good stories. Come on up.
This is my first time. It's not that hard. If I can do it, everybody can do it.
That's right. That's right.
Swifty, we're
Got
gonna
the
get some
courage
hot
to
sauce.
lively mug on camera. You're good to go.
That's right. What'd you say, Mark?
I said, when we gonna do some more hot sauce, buddy?
I don't know. I got to get my tolerance back up again, and we got to see. Maybe we can get Countryside Russell back in here again. Yeah.
I've been working trying to get my tolerance back up. I actually put in a big order. There's a fellow we go to church with. He actually was a founder of a hot sauce company, which he's not. He's retired now, but his partner still does it. It's called Big Red's Hot Sauce Company. So I just put in a big order. I got like 5 or 6 bottles from them. So I'm ready. I'm ready to do some stuff, man.
All right. Well, I got to get on the mend once I'm on the mend here, because when I had the surgery, they cut my throat open and they pulled my vocal cords and everything over to the side. And
yeah, I bet you hot sauce probably is not very great for that.
No, it's probably
Yeah. Well, how about I can do the hot sauce and you can just talk?
all right, we can do
Maybe
that.
you could chug ketchup.
Yeah, I'll just do different ketchup.
Y'all bleep it down in the comments if y'all want to see that.
That's it.
Yeah, you can count me out. If I eat too much ketchup, I start tearing up. I'll just
No, it always makes me cry.
Hey, let me tell you, that time me and Swifty did the old hot one chip challenge with the Reaper sauce on it, Reaper powder.
Woo.
Woo. I about died that night. It was horrible.
I have a very low tolerance for heat, but if I ever do one of them challenges and you see my name pop up, be sure to check it out because I become overly dramatic.
We're gonna have to get you on one of them there.
Yeah, we'll do that this fall. Yeah. All right. Well, folks, we've wasted a perfectly good hour hanging out together again. And I want to thank Pat, Mark, Otis. I want to thank y'all for joining me today. I want to thank everybody that showed up that's in the chat. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I hope you got some smiles out of our goofiness today and it made you happy. And thank you again. And we'll see you on Sunday morning. All right. Y'all have a blessed day.
Be good out there. And remember, you're only one hole away from a really good day.
That's
So
it.
dig it all, y'all.
That's it. I love it, man.
The good finds on Sunday too.
That's right. All right. Love y'all. Peace out.